Welcome into Titan Game Day morning, the final one of the regular season. We're happy to have you guys here with us for another episode of the show. So, of course, we're going to go through the three Titans keys to success. The Titans regular season will end. The Titans season, full stop, will end after this game against Jacksonville today. But as we go through these three things and try and talk about a way for the Titans to play spoiler, certainly there's going to be an extra tinge of emotion. Ryan Tannehill is going to make the start, so will Derrick Henry. It's possible that it is both of their last starts in a Tennessee Titans uniform, and we will see whether or not that is the case this offseason. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that, but first, we'll start with three Titans keys to success. Before we do, need you guys to share the show around on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. Wherever you are spending your time with us, we would be grateful for you that way. If you're hanging out on Twitter, retweet the show in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Facebook Live, you can share. You can share now to public. That is in the bottom left. And if you're on YouTube or Twitch, like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to do the same. It's presented by Two Rivers Ford, powered by Ford, driven by people, quality American-made Ford vehicles, and award-winning customer service. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. The Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage, your dream address without the stress. Get the intel edge you need to succeed with GaryAshton.com. And Zen Sports, promo code ATOZTN that you see right there behind me will get you in on all the action, betting on all your favorite major sports. So you guys know how it works. It's real simple. Give me your biggest Titans key to success to put a bow on the regular season. I know a lot of you guys want them to lose, that you don't want them to have success today. And by the way, that's completely understandable. Better draft pick is the thing that's on everybody's minds, on every fan's mind, but that's not the case for the players and the coaches. So we'll try and take the most realistic approach to this humanly possible. The first key to success for me starts with the quarterback position. Ryan Tannehill is going to get the start today. It is almost entirely certain that this is the last time we will see him in a Titans uniform, and they need to find ways to produce with Ryan Tannehill better than when he made his last start against the Seattle Seahawks. The last time they were at home, that is when Ryan Tannehill came into the game for the first time, or started the game for the first time since being taken out of the lineup due to injury and then ultimately being replaced by Will Levis. We know how little he was able to produce against the Seahawks, that there was just a couple of moments really where he looked like himself, looked a couple of scrambles, a couple of critical first downs that I think totaled about 35 yards rushing. But in week 16, Ryan Tannehill against the Seahawks had precious little passing success, just over 135 yards. In fact, he did not top, 152 yards, 18 of 26, took 6 sacks in that game. We know, we'll get to the offensive line. We know how critical that is to the level of performance that Ryan Tannehill is or is not able to have. You'll hear from Derrick Henry on this kind of stuff here in just a second, right after I remind you that Titan Game Day Morning is presented by Two Rivers Ford. That's the wrong graphic, but that's okay. It's the same sponsor, Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet, powered by Ford, driven by people, quality American-made Ford vehicles, over 40 years of delivering Middle Tennesseans award-winning customer service. DeAndre Hopkins is a customer of Two Rivers Ford. So am I, Coach Mack, Don Davenport, and Ramon Foster. So many other hundreds of thousands of Middle Tennesseans have gotten their dream vehicle from Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. So the second key to success today is a strong performance from Derrick Henry. He was asked a couple of questions about, could this be the last time for him as a Tennessee Titan? And this is what he had to say on that subject matter.
Doing it in the home locker room there.
Yeah, I would just treat it as any other game. I'm not trying to get too caught up, get too overwhelmed, and just enjoy the moment. Focus on fitness, see you strong, going out there playing a good game overall as a team, and hopefully getting a win. And then after the game, having talked no meeting and going straight home. No, I'm kidding.
So that was Derrick Henry earlier, not really ready to reflect on the last time, a little more reflective than he usually is about it, but not willing to fully acknowledge, I think, kind of that this may be the end. And that's understandable, right? You don't want to get caught up in all that. It's like Mike Vrabel answering the coaching rumor stuff questions this week. And I know that's been a shit show with everything that's been swirling around Vrabel. And we'll certainly, we'll probably talk about the game tonight, but it would be, we'll probably spend all 3 hours or, 2 of the 3 hours of the radio show on Monday going over the Vrabel stuff, because that is what's at the top of everybody's minds. Then there was Derrick Henry asked about the idea of retiring as a Titan, and I'll let you hear from him on that in just a moment, right after I remind you that the Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage makes the Titan Game Day morning possible. The official real estate agent of the Nashville Predators is Gary Ashton. Don't sell without the intel. You know this. This is a very, very high-stakes Nashville real estate market. Gary Ashton is there to give you the guide, to give you the position to succeed. The intel edge you need to succeed can be found at GaryAshton.com. So then Derrick Henry was asked about the idea of retiring as a Titan, and this is what he had to say on that particular subject.
Finish out their career, as long as they can. But like you said, it's the business side and all those type of things that go on, and I understand that. So we'll just see how it shakes out in the offseason.
You told me to ask later on, a few weeks ago when I asked this, what has been your favorite run or moment since in the time you've been here?
Just ask me after Sunday.
You still got another one in you?
Still got, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see after Sunday.
How are you going to celebrate your birthday?
So that was Derrick Henry's part of Derrick Henry's media availability earlier this week. For me, Derrick is in a tough position, right? Because there's a lot of things going on that aren't his fault, but he's been far from as effective as we're accustomed to him being. But the dude still made his 4th Pro Bowl. He is still finding ways to be effective. He's still incredibly durable. Derrick just over 1,000 yards after that last Texans game in Houston. He has been their most viable threat, scoring touchdowns this year, especially when you get him inside the red zone. That he's got 1,000 yards behind this offensive line, that he's still 5th in the league in rushing, shows you that he can still be productive. And whether he comes back or not remains to be seen, but it is a question that a lot of people are going to continue to wonder about throughout the course of this offseason. Then third key to success is simply this: continue to thrive in the red zone. That's something that the Titans, you can rely upon them to do. It's one of the few things that you can rely upon them to do. And the quarterback situation for Jacksonville still in question as of this morning, as we're doing this at about a little after 9 today. And so looking at what the Titans are trying to put together, you understand that for them, it's not just about stops in the red zone and limiting teams to field goals, because if you can't score, as tough as it has been for this Titans offense to score, then you have to limit them between the 20. It's an unfair ask, especially the defense missing as many parts as they are, but better defense between the 20s is going to be critical for the Tennessee Titans to try and stand on their head and knock the Jags out of the playoffs. That Texans win last night means that not only could the Texans, or are the Texans officially in the postseason, but they could win the division if Tennessee does them a favor. Now, I know you're not looking to do the Texans any favors after sweeping you. Colts are already bounced, but to send the Jags home packing the way that the Jags sent you home last year might be just a little bit of just desserts if you are a Titans fan. We'll wrap this thing up this morning for the final time this year with a Zen Sports Best Bet. Your Zen Sports Best Bet is presented, of course, by Zen Sports. Download that app, plug in the promo code ATOZTN. Get up to $1,000 on your no danger first wager. Zen Sports has all kinds of great offers for you, especially if you are worthy of their VIP program consideration. You have to submit yourself for their VIP program. You can do so at zensports.com/VIP. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. So, can the Titans cover against the Jacksonville Jaguars today? Can they win straight up? Titans plus 4.5 would not have been a safe bet the first time these two teams played in Jacksonville. That was a boat race. Tennessee needed 2 garbage time touchdowns at the end. They had the trick play to well, it's not really a trick play, but they had the what was it, I think 4 different Titans players got their hands on the football before DeAndre Hopkins caught it in the end zone. And then they had the touchdown pass to Big Jeff, where he went in as a tight end on the formation and made it happen. man, this is a tough one. I guess I'd take the Titans. It's not my money, so I'm asking. I would tell you to do this with your money, and if I was telling you what to do with your money, I would tell you to stay the hell away from this game. But Titans plus 4.5. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel good about it. I don't think that they're. I just don't think they're a competitive football team this year, and the evidence would bear that out through pretty consistently throughout this season. But divisional games can be close. If there was ever a time for them to put up a fight, the way that they've been trying to do all season, if there was ever a time for them to at least pull this within one score, the way that spread would indicate, then this would be potentially Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill's last gasp against the Jags. They've had some good memories. We'll see if they can't have one more. So Titans plus 4.5, I guess, is what I would bet with your money. Because like I said, I'm staying the hell away with it from mine. I'll see you guys over there at Nissan Stadium for the last time this year, or at least for the last time this football season. I'm sure there'll be other reasons for us to be at Nissan throughout the course of the year. But for the last time this 2023 football season, mercifully, we'll put this thing to bed. Have a great time. Listen to Titans Radio from 9 to 11 with Blaine Bishop, Mickey Ryan, Kayla Anderson, and myself. And, of course, you can always get Titans Countdown with Coach Mack, Mike Keith, the rest of the crew before the broadcast at noon. See you guys tonight on Primetime.